welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking about Korean study books. I know I haven't posted a video in like 7 months, so thank you to everyone who has subscribed since like my last video. But I got a really nice camera from my amazing fiance, so now I feel kind of obligated to post more on YouTube. So the first video I'm going to post is about Korean study books. So if you are thinking about studying Korean, or if you just started and you are thinking about buying a book to help you study, I'm going to be talking about, that's my cat, I'm going to be talking about all of the books that I currently have that I love. There's so many Korean study books that are on the market right now, so many that are like amazing that I just personally didn't buy because I just didn't stumble upon it when I first started studying Korean. But yeah, I'm just going to go through all the books that I have that I love. So yeah, let's get started. So the first books I'm going to talk about are the Talk to Me in Korean books. I did levels 1 through 8 and they do go up to 10. I love these books so much. I talk about them all the time. You can get these lessons for free on the Talk to Me in Korean website. I am more of like a book person, and I feel like I just perform better when I'm working within a book. But if you're able to concentrate like using the online lessons, then I would totally do that to save some money. The only difference between the books and what you're getting online is there's not a sample dialogue, and I'm not sure if there are examples that you can like practice with at the end of the chapter like there are in the book, but yeah, so there's really not much of a difference. Like the exact wording that you see in the book right now is exactly how it is on the online website. They also have these like really cute like blogs in the middle of their books that talk about, you know, parts of Korea or like Korean culture, or even give you like recipes, which is really cute. Each of the Talk to Me in Korean leveled books does come with a workbook as well, which provides more like examples for you to go through, more practice questions, more audio lessons. I did buy the books 1 through 3 for the workbooks. And I just did that because I was just starting out and I was just trying to grab onto like anything I could to help me practice. And I don't regret buying these workbooks. I thought they were very helpful, especially because I was still learning how to write Hangul correctly. So I would recommend it. But after like the first couple of books, I didn't feel like they were necessary for me anymore. And I got like extra practice from other places. So the first vocabulary book that I bought was also from Talk to Me in Korean. It was my first 500 Korean words. And I honestly love this book for a couple of reasons. It has like a short little, paragraph for you to read with the vocabulary words that you're supposed to use. And so that did really help with like reading fluency. It has your vocabulary words that you're supposed to learn that day, as well as related words. So you're kind of getting more than the 500 words that they say you are. And it also has like a crossword puzzle and some like matching practice. Overall, I would buy this book again. One of my favorite books ever is Korean Stories for Language Learners. I love this book so much. So there's a bunch of little stories for you to read, and it comes with a Korean and an English translation, vocabulary that's in that story, and then some comprehension questions at the end. And as you go through the book, you'll notice that the stories start off with just like, you know, like 6 sentences, and by the end of the book, you're like reading like pages and pages of like stories. So the stories are super cute. The vocabulary is obviously very useful, and it just helps with your reading comprehension and your reading fluency. Another book that I love is Everyday Korean Idiomatic Expressions. It's also by Talk to Me in Korean, and I got this book from Amazon. Each chapter is just a new idiom that you can learn. This book is more for like intermediate to advanced learners. And yeah, I like it because it gives you a little dialogue example, and I love like the graphics that they put in here as well. All the idioms are super helpful, and I really feel like learning idioms is going to take you from an intermediate to an advanced level in Korean. So I'm still working through this book actually. I'm not doing it every single day, but I have been working through it and I love it. The next book is Writing Conversational Korean. This is a newer purchase for me. I actually found this book on TikTok, and it just has a bunch of writing prompts for you to answer. I love this book for a couple of reasons. One is they have these prompts that are actually answered by native Koreans, so you can see how native Korean would answer a question like this. They also have the vocabulary that you may use in your answer at the bottom of the page, which is super helpful. And my favorite part of the book is they have these QR codes that are just like sprinkled in there throughout the book. And if you take a picture of the QR code, it will take you to a link to a video where you can listen to a native Korean speaker talking about a topic that has to do with like the prompt. I love this, especially if you are trying to find new ways to like immerse yourself in Korean and you're kind of like, you know, wondering where you should like find videos or like audio material to like listen to native Korean speaking. I love that about this book. So 10 out of 10, I would buy this a million times. Another book that I love is the Topic 2. This is a 한국어 뱅크 Topic 2 book that I've been using to study for the TOPIK exam. I have told myself I'm going to take the TOPIK exam for like the longest time, but because of just like, you know, reasons of life, I have not been able to take it yet, but I'm still studying towards it eventually. Hopefully 2022 is the year. So yeah, I just like how this book is laid out. It's very useful. I like all the examples in it. I actually got this book idea from Lindy Boats, who I really look up to. So yeah, I love this book so far. I mean, I feel like it's gonna take me forever to go through it, but yeah, I would buy it again. I'm gonna mention, with the help of my cat, his TOPIK in 30 days. This is like the intermediate version of my first 500 Korean words. It's not by Talk to Me in Korean though, but I did find this on Amazon, and yeah, it just has a checklist of intermediate words that you might possibly see on the TOPIK exam. It has a bunch of examples, related words, and then it has some practice at the end of each chapter, kind of similar to my first 500 words, where you have like matching, you know, fill in the blank, multiple choice questions, things like that. I find this pretty helpful because sometimes, I mean, I try to find my vocabulary in very like natural ways through like talking to my tutor or, you know, like through K-dramas or like things I'm reading. But if I just like need to practice what's going to be on the TOPIK exam, or I just like need to like, you know, find a list of words to practice because I'm kind of lacking on studying vocabulary, then I just go to this book. But yeah, I would buy it again. So those are all the books that I have so far that I love. I have like 5 more that I just didn't mention because they're just not my favorite, and there's nothing really wrong with them, I guess, but they just didn't like work for me personally, so I didn't mention them in this video. But yeah, if there's a book that you swear by, that you absolutely love, and you feel like I should have mentioned that I haven't tried before, put it in the comments so maybe somebody that is just starting out learning Korean can see it and maybe they'd want to check it out. So yeah, anyway, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!